What is up, everybody? I am Eric and welcome to my channel all about tech. And in this video I'm going to be talking about the top 5 iOS 13 features. So last Friday I got up super early to order the new iPhone 11 Pro 256GB in space gray, and I'm super pumped to get it on Friday. So stay tuned for an unboxing of that as well as a full review on that. But something that I'm almost excited about is the new iOS 13 software release. And sometimes I think it's almost as cool as getting new hardware because the software really makes your phone feel like a brand new phone, which is super cool. So if you're not getting a new phone, definitely upgrade to iOS 13 so you get all the new features. So iOS 13 comes out this Thursday, 9/19. All right, so let's get into the top iOS 13 features. So the first feature I'm super excited about, and I've actually wanted this feature since I got the AirPods, and this is audio sharing with your AirPods. So it's basically like a splitter, like when you had the wired headphones, you had a splitter, and so you could plug 2 headphones into that headphone jack. So you and another person could share that audio. It's the exact same thing, just with Bluetooth. So now you can pair 2 pairs of AirPods to one device like your iPhone or iPad, and it'll stream the audio to both those pairs of AirPods. And the reason I've wanted this since I got my first pair of AirPods, which these are still the AirPod 1, so I've had them for quite a while now, but have always wanted that feature, is because my wife and I sometimes work out together, or when we're traveling together, we listen to podcasts or movies. And so we always ended up just having one AirPod in each ear, which made it, sometimes in loud environments, it made it hard to hear. So now we're able to use our own AirPods and watch the same movie, listen to the same podcast, or listen to music together, and it really doesn't take away from that experience. So this is going to be a super cool feature. It only works with AirPods and I think the Beats headphones, but I haven't really tried it yet. So I'll have to do a little bit more testing, but I know it works with the AirPods and the Power Beats. So that's an awesome feature. Super excited that it's finally released in iOS 13. All right, the next top feature is the all-new Files app. I personally save a ton of files in the Files app, and I do pay for the additional iCloud storage. I have the 2TB tier, so I do use it a ton. I save all of my important documents as well as use it to store my photos in. And the one feature that I'm most excited about in the new Files app is the folder sharing. Working with my wife online, we share a lot of files back and forth, and this will allow us to have a shared folder in iCloud storage, and we can drag and drop folders in there, and we'll always have access to them on all of our devices, whether it be our iPads or laptops or our phones, which makes it super seamless sharing files back and forth with each other. And so I'm super excited for that feature. It does note on, I have the beta version currently and it's not available, and it does note on Apple's website that this feature won't be available until later this fall. Another new feature within the Files app is you can now access external hard drives, whether it be a little jump drive or a bigger external hard drive. And this makes accessing your files a lot easier, but to be honest with you, I probably won't be using it on the phone. This is going to be more for my iPad. Uploading photos onto Lightroom and things like that, but you can do it on your phone, which in a way you could actually use it as an external storage. Some of the other phones like Samsung and some other brands do have external or expandable storage, so you could always carry a jump drive around. It is kind of a pain to carry that jump drive around, but at least you do have the option to have expandable storage on your phone. And there's also a new downloads folder. So from within Safari, there's also now a new downloader, so you can manage all your downloads from there and have them download straight into the downloads folder, which is super nice when you're downloading photos or songs or anything from the internet. You can now manage those from the File app. And the last thing I think is super cool in the new Files app is the document scanner. This was previously only available in the Notes app, and I didn't use it a whole lot because I didn't really want to save documents in Notes. It just gets a little bit messy. But now within the Files app, you can actually scan a document and have it saved into the folder that you want. So it's super organized, and I honestly hate having the actual physical pieces of paper, trying to hold on to those. So I do a lot of document scanning, and previously I had to use a different app and then save those into it, so it kind of removes that step. So I'm super excited to start using that as well. Next up, we have Darkmode, which if you watch the keynote, this feature actually got the biggest cheer. Everybody is super excited about it. This is something that has been talked about for a long time. People wishing that iOS had some sort of dark mode, and now it's finally here. It is pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's probably my favorite feature, but I do like the fact that it saves battery life on the OLED screens, since the black pixels aren't actually on, and so that can save quite a bit of battery life when most of your screen is dark, and so a lot of those pixels aren't turned on. It's also easier on the eyes when you're, say, in bed or in a dark environment. It's definitely easier on the eyes instead of a bright, blaring screen. It just tones it down a little bit. You can also toggle it on and off from the control center, and they've also added some new dark theme wallpapers that automatically change. When you change from dark to light mode, the wallpapers will change as well, so that's pretty cool. Next, we have the redesigned Reminders app, which I personally use reminders all the time. It's super easy way to stay organized and not forget about things that you wanted to do. A lot of times I'll ask Siri just to remind me of an event, and it's a super simple but very powerful tool that I use on a daily basis. And now that they've redesigned the app, it's definitely added to that experience. It's a lot easier to create reminders now with the quick toolbar, so you don't have to go into that next screen. You can just add time or date or a location. You can also flag it, or you can add photos or documents right from that quick toolbar, which makes it super simple to create new reminders, and also makes it really easy to organize your reminders with the new smart lists. And something really cool is Siri will now suggest reminders within the iMessage app. So if you're chatting with somebody and it looks like it's a reminder, or you need a reminder for something, it'll suggest it and you can click on it to automatically create that reminder. And you can also tag people. So the next time you're in the iMessage app and you're chatting with that person, it will remind you of that task. So far, I am loving the new features that are added in the new Reminders app. So the last feature, and the one I'm probably most excited about, is the all-new Photos app. And honestly, I could probably make a whole video on all the additional features they added in the Photos app, so I'll just go through a couple of my favorites. But let me know in the comments if that would be something you're into, and I could make a whole video on the new Photos app. So the new Photos tab is super amazing. It basically curates your photos into different levels and uses intelligence to find the best photos for the previews and hides the rest. So you can browse in all photos, days, months, and years, and it'll basically curate what it thinks is the best photos and then hide the rest, so you can click on that day, month, or year to see the additional photos. And it also removes similar shots and screenshots to really eliminate the clutter, and you just see the best photos while you're browsing. Keep in mind you still can select all photos so you can see all those photos. But the thing I'm most excited about is the new video editing capabilities. So you can now add non-destructible video edits to your videos, like white balance, color correction, vibrance, sharpening, filters, noise reduction, and you can even crop and straighten your videos now. So I will be using this all the time with the new iPhone 11 Pro that I'm getting. I'm super excited about the video, and I plan on shooting a lot more video on my phone, so I'm super excited to be able to edit it as well, and really can't wait to see what I can create with it. So that is it for the top iOS 13 features, and let me know in the comments which features in iOS 13 you're most excited about. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.